Let's look at on how to install Flutter SDK. First of all, you need to download Flutter SDK. Search through Google, download Flutter SDK, and you need to choose your operating system according to your preference. Of course, you need to update your path just as Java JDK, and you need to run the Flutter Doctor command in your command prompt menu. And after that, creating your setting up your Android Studio and creating your Android virtual device. Through this virtual device, you can test your app. If you are a Java developer, these things are not new to you. Okay, I'm not going to go into details with installing the Flutter SDK. I will include the link in the description. You can refer the documents. I have used IntelliJ IDE to build this calculator app. You can use any IDE such as Android Studio or Visual Studio Code. Let's build a new project. Go to File, New Project, and New Flutter Project. And IntelliJ will configure the Flutter SDK path automatically. In Java, you have JDK. Similarly, in Flutter, you have Flutter SDK. JDK means Java Development Kit, and SDK similar means Software Development Kit. Let's give this a project name. So the important thing here is, guys, when you are naming your Flutter project, it should be in simple letters. Specifying the directory for a project. This organization name can be according to your preference. Alright, done. So in Java you have main method. In Flutter also you have main method. Let's remove this and start from scratch. Flutter material.library is a very important base package. Material.dart. Almost all the widgets that we want in Flutter are consist in that library. This is the main method. In here we will load my app. In Flutter, everything is a widget. It can be the stateless widget or stateful widget. In here we are loading this my app widget, which indeed is the material app widget. So the name says it all. My app is our application. Our application will have a title. Let's name this calculator app. Material app widget has a link to our main screen. That is what we call my home page. This should be a stateful widget. Simply type st and the Flutter will automatically provide the code snippet for you. Stateful and stateless widget can be implied in Java static and non-static content. Simply stateless widget is static content and stateful widget is a non-static content. This should return a scaffold object. This will consist of an app bar. Let's set the title of the app bar into calculator. Title should be a text object. And of course our home page will consist of a body. Container is a widget which will hold widgets. So all the content that we are displaying in the body will be concatenated into this container widget. Let's run this for a bit and see how this looks. Okay, I want to build my layout like this. I want a text field to print the output. I want raise buttons. So in order to build layout like this, Flutter has specific widgets such as rows and list view containers. So a row will consist of raise buttons, most probably 4 of them, and list view will consist of these rows and that text field. Okay, let's build this. Building my list view. List view will consist of children widgets. First is a text field. Setting up text align to right, just like normal calculator. Let's check it. So now I want to add some margin to our widgets. So we can add that in our container. Luckily we have a margin attribute in Flutter. Margin edge intersect all, and let's add 10 pixels. For this to be more specific, I want to add this margin as a variable. So let's define a variable minimum padding and initialize it to 10. Of course this should be in my home page state class so that we can call it. I want to wrap this in text field in a widget. Use the shortcut Alt plus enter, and here click wrap this with the widget. So now I want to change that widget into padding so that I can add some margin to top and bottom of my text field. Top minimum padding and bottom minimum padding. So I will have 10 pixels top and 10 pixels bottom of my text field. Also I want the margin to be 20 pixels. So let's enable hot reload and see how this looks. You must know that Flutter supports hot reload. It's an important feature in the Flutter. So in here we have ability to test our application without reloading our application. So Flutter is only reloading the specific widgets that we have changed. So I want to add some decoration into our text field. Decoration and input decoration. Adding a border, outline border, border radius. This will give a round look to our points of the border. Let's check it. Okay, looks nice. So now I want to generate a theme for our app. For that we need to go to the top my app class, theme data, assign in a primary color. Let's set purple. Accent color is our secondary color. Colors dot setting up a web bar theme. This is our web bar. Introducing a new text theme. Theme data, light, text theme, dot copy with title. I want to introduce a new text font. I prefer OpenSense. You can download this font from the link in the description, and let's copy these fonts. It is always a good practice to include this type of external files in a specific directory. Let's name it assets and fonts and paste those folders files in that subfolder. Go to pubspec.yaml file and uncomment these lines. Here I want to name my font OpenSense. Specifying the directory of our font, and this should be specific, otherwise compiler won't get that. Setting up italic font. And this will be our light font, and this will be our bold font. Our light font assign in weight to 300. For our bold font, I want to assign our weight to 700, I guess. Click packages.get. It is important to get the package after you include an asset like this in your app. Also, you need to double check your indentation in this pubspec.yaml file. So let's use this font here. This should be the font family. This should be the name you used earlier, OpenSense. Font weight into bold, font size into 20. Okay, let's check it. When you have added a new asset into your application, you need to restart the app. So let's stop the process and restart our app. Okay, the theme has changed. Now I am to use that text theme in our text field. Go to your text field and style text field and theme dot of context dot text theme dot title. Let's move on to the buttons. First row has children widgets. So if I build my buttons like this, I want to access my button, so change the size of the button. I would want to change the size in each and individual button. What I want to do is build a method. So let's use build button method. This should return a widget, a raise button. So I want to define my method all the way up here. It should return a widget and name it build button. And I want to pass two parameters. A text which should be displayed on that button and a function which describes what I want to do with that button. Return raise button. Child text. So this is what the button displays on it. Our text. And the button should have on press method. We should pass the method that user passes. So let's call it here. Let's print a number. For now I want to use an empty method here. A single row consists of 4 buttons. Okay, there is an error here. This row has overflown the layout screen. So in order to overcome these errors, I want to wrap this raise button in a widget called expanded. So let's wrap this button in a widget expanded. So now that with that out of the way, let's complete other rows. So let me copy and paste this for all the other rows. Okay, looks good. So before that, let's just add some spacing. So we are copying these rows, so it's good to add some spacing within these rows, within these buttons. So let's add size box widget in between buttons. Give this a width of our minimum padding 10 pixels. Perfect. So what I said earlier, let's add some padding in between our rows. Assigning padding widget, edge insect only. Top, let's assign our minimum padding, and into bottom let's assign our minimum padding. Okay, let's copy and paste this widget. So now that we have had a padding widget, we want to copy and paste all of these into our other rows as well. This will be our first row, and this will be the second row. third row and fourth row, and into our last row or fifth one, I just need 3 buttons. So let's check it. Okay, works fine. Now I want to add some text in our buttons. So now I want to add some specific font to display as that button text. And again, this is my preference. You can skip that. This is not needed. For that I have one called Digital 7. The font should be available in your description. Setting style, text style into our button, copying the font, paste in our subfolder. Now I want to update the pubspec.yaml file and uncomment these lines. Assign in a font name, Digital 7. Assign in the path. And again, indentation is really important in this file, otherwise it won't compile. Okay, done. And let's get the packages. All we need to do is imply our font in this method, font family, and our name, Digital 7. Font weight into bold and font size into 20, I guess. Now we have added an asset to our application. Let's rebuild our application. Okay, now it has that calculator loop. So that's about it for our layout. You can change anything into your preference. Now it's time to add some logic into our calculator app.